Hi, all, and welcome to part two of episode 19 of Plain Speaking Sanjiv. In part two, I talk about aviation security. And we all know, of course, after 9/11, how security was further beefed up. But actually, security, the way we know it, the frisking and checking of handbags, started in the early 1970s. And there's a very good reason for that. Again, I was looking into some data over time, and I discovered that in the period 1968 to 1972, both years inclusive, so that's about 5 years, there were 326 hijackings in the world. Over 150 of them were in the US. That was about five hijackings a week happening in the world. And remember, those days the level of air travel was much less. And this was happening for a couple of reasons. Number one, there was no security at all. The airlines resisted it at that time because they thought that, the hassles of going through X-ray, etc., would deter people from traveling and hurt their business. Luckily, that that mindset changed. And the second reason is because there was no security, people were hijacking aircraft for all kinds of trivial reasons. For personal grievances, because they wanted to teach their wife a lesson or a husband a lesson, or for insurance policies, or for political reasons, and for all kinds of stuff. And it's just unimaginable now how we accepted or tolerated that. In fact, there was a spate of hijackings in the late 60s where US commercial aircraft used to be hijacked and flown to Cuba for various political reasons. And 90 aircraft flights in this period were flown to Cuba. So that gave rise to a little bit of dark humor where a passenger gets onto a plane from at New York, and after takeoff tells the pilot, hijacks the plane and says, "Take me to Miami." And the pilot says, "But the flight is already anyway going to Miami." He says, "Well, that's what you say. The last three times I've taken this flight is taken me to Cuba." So that's how bad it was. But, we've come a long way since then. And what we are seeing as security today is the combination of many, many years of experience. Aviation, again, both in terms of safety and security, has never been safer and more secure than it is today. And for that, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to our pilots, to our engineers, to our cabin crew, and to everybody who works in aviation security. So thank you to all of you, and take care, and we'll see you again tomorrow.